Hey guys, how's it going? Today we are going to play a little bit of Diablo 3. Of course, the Diablo 3 second season, season 2, started on February 13th, and I haven't played a lot of Diablo before then, like before season 2 started on the 13th of February. I probably uh, didn't play Diablo for a whole bunch of months. Like, I probably didn't play it for like maybe 3 or 4 months before then, because I just got my character to a point where it really couldn't get any more powerful, to be honest. So yeah, then the game becomes a little bit boring, and at that high level the most you can do is maybe like see how high you can go in greater rifts or whatever, there's not much else that you can do. So I started playing the game again now with season 2, when season 2 started, and yeah, I have leveled up two characters, two strong characters so far, to level 70. Of course, I don't know, you guys probably haven't seen my other video, but in my other video I leveled up a character to level 70 in a little bit more than an hour, and I thought that was quite quick, but this character here I actually leveled to level 70 in 25 minutes, 24 and a half minutes actually. And yeah, that's the quickest that I've managed to get my character up to level 70 so far. My previous fastest was around an hour, but yeah, I managed to get this one to level 70 in just 25 minutes, so that's pretty quick. I basically used exactly the same method as I showed in my previous video of the leveling guide 0 to 70, but I just managed to do it in a much quicker way, with a much stronger character boosting me and all of that. So this is the character that I am playing with mostly. I already showed you all of the gear while I was talking, and we're gonna play with this one a little bit. I just want to show you guys how strong this character is, and then we're gonna jump to my other character. Like I said, I have so far leveled up two characters. I play mostly with these two characters. The one is a Barb, the other one is a Monk. Obviously I don't play like a lot of Diablo 3, as you guys know. I play Hearthstone mostly, with a bunch of other games in between. But yeah, I've been playing about maybe, I don't know, 60 hours, maybe 70 hours so far of Diablo 3 since the release, since the season 2 release, and yeah, I just basically play until I see my characters can't go any stronger, they can't become any more powerful or anything like that. So yeah, you guys will see I managed to get some pretty big crits. Like sometimes I will get like up into 1 billion sometimes, but doesn't happen very often. But it's pretty cool to see those amounts popping up and all of that. I might, when I get a very high value in post editing, I will just kind of edit it into a little bit of slow-mo so that you guys can actually see the damage that pops up. The highest that I've gotten so far was 2.2 billion, but that was with a shrine, that other shrine that gives you 40% extra So yeah, that was a pretty big one. That's the highest that I've gotten so far. But I'm sure if I try to get, like, if I stack a whole bunch of buffs and all of that, and I try to really do a lot of damage, then I'll probably be able to get 3 billion. It just depends if I get the correct stuff, you know, if I get the correct like there, 1 billion just there, like if I get the correct hits and all of that stuff, correct buffs, and basically the conditions need to be perfect in order for you to get that amount of damage. But yeah, like I said, when I get a high hit like that one where I got just now, I will probably slow it down a little bit so that you guys can just see, in fact, that I am getting that kind of hits and all of that. I don't know what is the biggest hits that's ever been gotten by anyone, but yeah, 2.2 billion so far is my highest. Just now there was another 973 million. So that's very close to a billion there again. So basically I already showed you guys the gear. Basically what this build of the monk entails and requires you to do is, okay, there I just got hit by so many arcane explosions, you can't do anything about it. Basically what it entails is you, on my build, you press 1 the whole time, and then when you think you have pressed 1 enough times, you just right click, and then you see there 700 million and all of that. It's a very easy build, it's very slow. You guys will also see there's not a lot going on. You basically run around, hit a few times, and then you right click when you think you have enough damage stacked and all of that. So it's not a very lively build, can I almost say. It's a pretty slow build. In contrast to my Barbarian's build, you guys will see the Barbarian build that I have is much quicker. There's a lot more going on and all of that on the screen. And also, like, in my opinion, my Barb is stronger than this character. Although my Barb doesn't hit as big as this one in a single hit, it does actually do about 1 billion with each sprint. My Barbarian works with sprinting. So yeah, it does about 1 billion with each sprint that I do on my Barb. But you guys will see that, like, there was another 800 million. Getting up above 1 billion damage really isn't strange on this character. Like there I think was a 1.3 billion maybe. So yeah, you guys can obviously see the damages on this character is pretty fucking crazy. I've never gotten this high amount of damage on any of my previous characters. It's just this build of the monk seemed to work out perfectly. There's a bunch of other monk builds also making the rounds, obviously. If you know Diablo and if you play Diablo, you will know about the lightning monk. There's this one build of the lightning monk where you just basically throw down those other things. I'm not sure what the name is, but basically it looks like a huge bell, like a big bell of lightning, and it just shoots out lightning, like lightning pillars constantly. There's that build which I would say around 80% of the monks are currently using, and then there's one or two other builds, but the lightning monk is the most prominent and the most common. You don't really see a lot of people with this build that I have here. So yeah, by the way, this is Torment 6, you will obviously see at the top right. I'm just doing Torment 6 because I don't want to get, I could almost say, too riled up, like, because when I do my Greater Rift runs, in Greater Rift you really need to concentrate more and you can't just be talking the whole time. With this it's nice and relaxing, and you can just talk as much as you want basically, without much risk of dying. There is obviously, it's still Torment 6, you can get sometimes bosses that can kill you and everything. There just now I got a 1.4 billion hit, so yeah, I just chose to do Torment 6, just a quick little rift run here. I will do the same with my Barbarian, just a little quick rift run and all of that. And maybe with my Barbarian I will join a public party, I don't know, I will see if we will do that. But yeah, I don't know what much else I can say. The build is very basic and it's very slow, as you guys can see. You basically run around and just press 1 on as many minions as you can, and then you right click, you do your flame kick thing, and you just see the massive amount of damage that pops up, like billion and all of that shit. So the build is pretty spectacular in the amount of damage that you can do, although sometimes you do die. I pressed my potion there, but it didn't. I probably have a little bit of lag. Obviously I'm playing on the European server, and I have 200 milliseconds lag, which is a good amount. That's my usual amount of lag. Sometimes it can go up to like 400 milliseconds. That's still low enough for me to not complain at all much. Okay, this boss is very powerful. He's frozen and a whole bunch of other stuff. Fucking hate frozen. Frozen is like super irritating. It's probably the most irritating that you can get. So yeah, 200 ms and 400 ms is a relatively cool amount of ping for me to have. I know probably you guys, like if you play in Europe, from the Europe side to the Europe server, you will probably get like, I don't know, maybe 20 milliseconds lag, but 200 milliseconds is absolutely fine. I don't have a problem playing with that. Even on League of Legends I usually play with 400 milliseconds lag, just because of my location and all of that. So the lag really doesn't bother me. Anywhere between 200 and 400 milliseconds can be suspected or expected each time I play. So don't worry if you see my ping even going into the orange sometimes. It just depends what the server is and all of that. I've actually seen higher pings. I've seen up to 1,000 today while I was playing, but I guess that's just like on the server side. That's not to do with my connection or anything like that. It happens sometimes that the server is a little bit laggy, Blizzard servers and all of that. Come on, motherfucker. Fucking hell, this guys around me is doing a little bit of damage. But luckily I managed to kill the goblin. So you see, obviously I don't die a lot, like I've died twice now I think, but I am not running my optimal build. Usually I will have Unity, the ring Unity, equipped on myself and on my Templar, and then I also have the item which makes my Templar not be able to die. I can't remember the name right now. What's that name? That one. Enchanting Favor, which makes your follower not be able to die. And that Enchanting Favor combined with Unity makes you, there was another 1.1 billion, makes you not, it makes you take 50% less damage. If you have Unity equipped on yourself and on your follower, then it makes you take 50% less damage. But because I am running the build for public parties right now, I don't have that equipped. I still have the Enchanting Favor equipped on my follower, obviously, but yeah, I don't have the Unity equipped right now. So we ran through the rift very slowly, obviously, but like I said, I don't have my optimal build right now, and I just basically am fucking around a little bit, you know, talking to you guys, not really taking it serious and all of that. Normally, obviously this won't be close to my record time for single rifts. My single rift record is somewhere in the region of 7 minutes, maybe 8 minutes. So yeah, that's the fastest time that I've gotten with the single rift run, the solo rift run. But I didn't even get a conduit pillar or anything like that in this run, so yeah, this is a pretty slow run. So yeah, that's basically this character. As you guys see, I think the highest that we've seen now is 1.4 billion, which is actually my personal best so far. Like I said previously, I gotten 2.2 billion, but that was with pillar, the 40% damage pillar equipped. So yeah, I guess if I had the 40% damage pillar equipped when I got that hit, then it would have been pretty devastating. It would have been, ouch, my health is a little bit low. It would have been 40%, that's 70, it would have been a 2.1 billion hit if I had the 40% damage shrine on myself. So yeah, that's basically this character you guys see. Just basically the power of this one is you just pull a bunch of guys together, press one a whole bunch, and then right click for huge damage that can easily go into the billions. Even now, while we've been playing, I've got a 1.2 billion, 1.4 billion, and all of that. So yeah, this build is pretty hilarious with the amount of damage that you can get. My follower has the Enchanting Favor, which is a requirement for the higher level Greater Rifts. You can't get to like Greater Rift level 40 or 45 without having this thing in your solo runs. And then I just basically have a bunch of other items for his damage and HP and all of that. Obviously he can't die with the Enchanting Favor equipped. And my gear I've already showed to you guys. This is my build. Deadly Reach with Foresight, Lashing Tail Kick with Sweeping Armada, Dashing Strike with Barrage, Exploding Palm with Impending Doom, Forbidden Place with Inner Sanctuary. Obviously this is just in case you are about to die or if you want to take a little bit of less damage. Sweeping Wind with Blade Swarm, and then I have Unity, Mythic Rhythm, Harmony, and Exalted Soul. Now, obviously with my build I have the 3 set piece of Ina, which makes you get all of the auras, all of the mantras, so that's pretty fucking awesome. It just makes yourself much stronger, obviously, because you get all of the mantras on yourself all at once, so that's pretty cool. And then I have the 4 set of Sun Wukong also. That's basically the power, the pieces of power that are the most important. So yeah, just got 2 legendary items in that run. That's not a whole lot. So yeah, that's basically my monk. I will quickly switch to my barbarian and then we can check out that barbarian. Okay, so this is my barbarian. Basically I have Cinder Switch, but I'm currently looking for a stronger weapon. My weapon is probably the only thing that I really would want to replace, but it's a pretty good weapon still. It's not the best weapon, but it's a pretty good weapon. Then I have Nagel Ring. By the way, this build that I have equipped here is once again not the optimal build. It is my fuck around build that I use just to do the normal rifts and public games. It's not my greater rift build. Basically I equip this just for the magic finding, and then I also have this equipped for the magic fighting also. If I really want to take things serious, then I remove the magic finding and I put in the cooldown reduction, which is obviously the best gem to have with this kind of build, with this barbarian build. I also have another crown around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Oh no, that's a broken crown. I had another crown somewhere, my backup crown. So yeah, I basically switch out the magic finding and my magic finding ring if I really want to take things serious. And then I have the Raekor build. I have the Raekor wraps, the Raekor's heart, Raekor's breachers and Raekor's striders, which then gives me the 5 set bonus, which is the real power behind this build basically. And then I have just this to stop me from getting knockback and stun when doing greater rifts and all of that. That's pretty important. I have this which gives me 20% lightning damage. I have Vile Ward, which is extremely important when it comes to this build that I am running currently, because it basically means that for every minion that you run through, for every minion that you charge through, your attack does 34% extra damage. So if you hit the first minion for 1 million, then the next minion that you run through is going to be hit for 134,000 damage more. So yeah, that's pretty good. Oh no, it's 340, sorry, it's 340,000 damage more, and it just grows exponentially. The highest hit that I've gotten with the charge so far was probably around 200 million maybe, and that's just on a single guy. So if you charge through 10 guys, then that run that you did will be in excess of 1 billion damage. That's why I say this character, in my opinion, is stronger than my other one, because with this, you guys will see, I do the rifts quicker, Then my other character, although it doesn't do such spectacular damage, I actually managed to do the rifts quicker than on my other one. And then of course I have the Royal Ring of Grandeur, which is a major requirement most of the times. This is my previous sword that I used, the two-handed weapon. I also have the full Immortal Kings set here, which I can do to get the 4 set bonus for the Core of the Ancients Last Until They Die effect. But I've tried that. I don't really like that effect, because having the Core of Ancients out constantly, it's not very powerful, to be honest, in my opinion. So yeah, this build that I am running currently is pretty good. I like this build quite a lot. So that's enough talking about my gear. Let's run through a few guys, literally. What you do with this guy is you literally run through guys and they just melt away. You will see as I run through them, like there, 75 million, 22 million, okay, here's some fire guys, 69 million, a little bit of damage there, 80 million, and that's just on a single guy. When I run through them, 55 million, 65 million. So you see, when I run through them, the damage just grows exponentially, and statistically, if you run through enough guys, then eventually you will be able to reach like 400 million or 500 million damage. But yeah, like I said, the most damage that I've gotten that I can remember, obviously you're not always looking at your damage, so I might have had a bigger hit somewhere along the line, but the biggest hit that I can remember in recent history was 220 million, and that was on a single target. That's not on like the entire run through the guys, that's just on a single target. So you see here, when I'm running through them, it's 50 million damage that's popping up on only one guy. So just imagine how much damage was on all of the other guys. At least like also 40 million or 30 million on each of the other guys. So you can think for yourself, if you run through 10 guys, then that's 500 million. If you run through 20 guys, then that's at least 1 billion. And if you run through more guys, which is very possible, it's very possible to run through 30 guys or 40 guys sometimes, then it's quite easy to get like 3 billion or 4 billion damage on a single run, you know, with one charge. And basically the way this build works is you just press 3, like on my keyboard, you just press 3 and you charge to the direction which your pointer is showing, which your mouse pointer is showing. So basically I show it over there, then I press 3, then it charges over there. Then I show it over there, I press 3 again and I charge over there. And for every guy that you run through, the cooldown of the spell is reduced by 2 seconds. So if you just charge through 5 guys, then you can immediately again charge. So you will see the charge, if you look at the 3 at the bottom, when I use it, it is most of the times immediately charged back up again. You just need to charge through enough guys, basically, then you're basically given unlimited charge. And you guys can see, if I actually do it constantly, charge, 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 then you just see guys melting away, like they're not even, holy shit, okay, I charged through the fucking thing. Then they're not even touching you most of the times. You just move too quickly for them to even touch you. But obviously the arcane stuff, that, holy shit, that obviously touches you no matter what you do. You have no way to get past that. It will always catch you. So here's a bunch of guys after me at the moment. I just need to not get caught by the frozen stuff, and then I should be fine. Although the fucking fire chains are also quite difficult to avoid, since if you are charging through them, you still take damage from the fire chains. So yeah, fire chains is another thing that you can't avoid, unfortunately. But we should be able to kill them just now if I just pay a little bit of attention. Right now I'm just charging willy-nilly, but I should actually be paying attention where I am charging. And the general idea is to charge to the point where you are going to take the least amount of damage. So instead of being a retard like I am currently and charging right through the fire chains, I actually need to charge to a location where I will not be taking damage of the fire chains. Holy shit. Come on, fucking potion. But yeah, you guys see, like there I was pursued by like 3 elite packs, and I managed to deal with all of them pretty easily, although I died a few times. The combo that they had with the freezing, holy shit, I found a set item under a rock. The combo that they had with the freezing and fire chains and all of that is a pretty gruesome combo. It's pretty effective at killing you, because if you get caught with that freezing, and then it's game over for you, because the arcane will just pound you so hard with arcane damage. But yeah, at most times, once again, of course, this is Torment 6, as you guys can see at the top. Most times I can run through a rift like this on Torment 6 without dying, and on this char I have gotten my quickest time before, I think was 3.5 minutes that I got the rift boss and all of that killed. So yeah, holy shit, what killed me there? I was so far away. So yeah, this build in my opinion is not much more powerful, but it is more powerful than my other build, in my opinion, and I like it more. I like jumping around, and obviously this build is much more exciting because there's a lot of movement involved. You're not just moving as slowly as you do with the monk build that I showed you guys. In this one you move much quicker and all of that, you know, it's a more lively build, and I enjoy playing this one much more. And yeah, like I said, in my opinion this build is stronger than the monk, although in certain situations the monk build might be better, like fighting a boss a lot of times is a lot better when you are hitting the boss with 1 billion damage and all of that. But this one still, as you guys see, I just got a 70 million hit on the boss. This one still is pretty good. I have no problems taking down a boss with this build, even though the strength of this build is clearly when you are facing a lot of guys and you are able to charge through them with that thing where you basically gain damage for each guy that you are charging through. But yeah, this build has no problems dealing with the boss. Takes a little bit longer than the Monk, I would argue, but this one is actually a little bit more safe, since I am able to move out of the way when I need to, and also when I use my right click, which I have used just now. You guys can see I'm getting healed for 120,000 damage. That is basically when I press 4 on my keyboard while I have my right click activated. That basically means that I am getting healed for a very large amount. I think it is 5,000. So I get healed for 5,000 HP for every fury that I spend. So each time I spend 1 fury, I get healed for 5,300, which is quite a bit. So you can see I'm using it now again. I get healed for 120,000. So yeah, this build certainly doesn't have a problem getting away from danger, and also healing itself up again. The thing about my Monk is I don't really have a way to heal myself very quickly. Most of the times I have to depend on my potion, which really isn't a dependable way to keep yourself alive. As you guys saw, I died quite a few times with my Monk. It's just because the survival rate of the Monk is a little bit lower than with my Barb. But yeah, this is basically the 2 main characters that I have been playing through the past month almost. And yeah, I don't put a lot of time into it. Like I said, on my Monk I have about 30 hours, and on this one I have maybe 35 hours, just because I like playing this one more. This one is a little bit more entertaining than my Monk. But yeah, both of them are very powerful. As you can see, I run through the Torment 6 without much problems. Honestly, when I'm not just talking shit the whole time and being distracted, I manage to get through the rifts much quicker than what I have now. But obviously I'm explaining stuff to you guys and all of this. And obviously the Barbarian looks much cooler than my Monk. This one I've made it so that the shoulders are actually the original look. I didn't transmog that, but the helmet was transmogged and my weapon was transmogged. Although this normal weapon actually looks very cool. It's like a flaming model of the weapon, but I like this one that pulses a lot more. So yeah, I guess we can do a quick public rift. Let's just hope that the public rift goes well. Sometimes when you are doing a public rift, you can sometimes join a bunch of idiots, to put it lightly. So yeah, let's just hope that we don't get a bunch of idiots in this run. But yeah, that's basically the 2 characters that I play most of the time. Honestly, after maybe another few days, Diablo is probably going to not entertain me as much anymore, because like I said, my characters are at a point where they can't become much more powerful, to be honest. Holy shit, what hit me there? So yeah, they can't become much more powerful, as is probably the only things that will make my Barb more powerful is another weapon, like a stronger weapon, and the only things that will make my Monk more powerful is if I get better rolls on my gear, you know, because my gear might not be optimal rolls at the moment. So yeah, if I can get maybe better rolls on my current gear, but the current gear that I have on my Monk is already hilariously powerful. As you guys saw, fucking getting 2 billion hits on a technique is pretty fucking crazy. So yeah, I don't think I will be able to make my Monk much more powerful than he currently is. Like you guys saw just there, fucking 80 million and 75 million on those charges. So yeah, it's quite high. It's really not outrageous to calculate that with a single furious charge I am getting 1 billion damage sometimes on the entire charge. You know, if you charge through maybe 10 or 15 mobs, it's quite easy to get 1 billion damage. So yeah, not much else I can tell you guys about the characters or anything like that. Oh, Conduit. I'm probably just going to finish these this run quickly, and then I'm probably gonna end the video there. I just basically wanted to show you guys my characters and all of that, and how quickly I have leveled up these characters. It's basically a little bit irritating, almost, I could say, to think that you are able to, in the way that Diablo is currently built, you are able to run through the highest difficulty, which is Torment 6, and without much effort, and without spending even much time gearing up your character. After 2 days of playing, which was probably like, I don't know, maybe 6 hours after I turned level 70. After about 6 hours of turning level 70, I was able to do Torment 6. I wasn't able to run through it as easily as I am currently, as you guys can see. Still, even with 4 guys in the party, I fucking melt away these mobs. But yeah, like the way that Diablo is built currently, it's so easy to attain the strongest gear and make your character so fucking powerful that you are able to run on the strongest possible difficulty without like even spending a lot of time. You know, I don't know, it's a little bit disappointing to think that you can just spend such little time and then like be the most powerful, like quote unquote the most powerful in the game so easily, you know. I don't know, it's not very fun to play a game like that. But yeah, like I said, I will probably play Diablo still for another 3 days or so until I get bored. Just maybe try to get another weapon for my Barb, and yeah, then I will probably go back to playing all of the other games that I usually play, like Hearthstone. Obviously I'm playing Hearthstone in between and all of that. But yeah, I will see. Odin's Son, that's a shitty one. It gives lightning damage, but that's not really awesome. So yeah, then I will basically go back to my normal gaming and all of that. So yeah guys, that's basically what I wanted to show you guys. I just wanted to show you my characters that I'm playing, how fucking powerful they are, and even after just playing for such a short period, I don't know if I can see here where the amount of time that I've spent on this character, but I think it's around 35 hours or so. Let's have a look here. 37 hours that I've spent on this character. So yeah, 37 hours, then you are so fucking powerful that you can melt through Torment 6 mobs and all of that. So yeah, that's basically it guys. Just wanted to show you all of my characters and all of that. And I will probably be going back to my normal routine of playing Hearthstone and all of the other games. Obviously, over the past month almost, I've spent around 70 hours playing this game, which is a lot for a single game. But yeah, like I said, I've probably reached the pinnacle of power with these two characters. And yeah, it's a little bit disappointing to reach the pinnacle of an online game after such a short time, but yeah, I guess hopefully eventually they will add a little bit more content, maybe another expansion to raise the level cap and all of that. So yeah guys, that's basically it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time.